And NEDA Chief Arsenio Balisacan stresses the need to sustain economic reforms to maintain the country's competitiveness. He urged Congress to act on priority measures in the President's legislative agenda. This report.
Despite the slight slowdown of the economy for the first quarter, the forecast for the second quarter shows a slight improvement to sustain projections of 6.5 to 7.5% growth for 2014. According to NEDA Secretary Arsenio Balisacan, the fundamentals of the economy are sound and solid. A major risk is the continuing threat of climate change, as shown by the impact of Yolanda's devastating blow last year. Recovery and reconstruction in Yolanda-stricken areas are now in full swing, from housing to public buildings to include schools, health facilities, reconstruction, and infrastructure. The recovery of agriculture and business are also gaining ground.
Despite the many challenges, we have done quite remarkably well. So there are still a lot of challenges along the way, but I think if there are, we don't encounter any major obstacles, we should be on our way to meet most of our targets at the very least.
To ensure the competitiveness of the country to maintain the momentum of growth, Balisacan stressed the need to sustain reforms in the economy. This week, the House will start floor debates for Resolution Number 1, which calls for amendments to restrictive economic provisions of the Constitution. Belmonte stressed the reforms are crucial to the long-term vision of the President to attain inclusive growth. But aside from amending the Constitution, Balisacan urged Congress to pass several priority measures in support of the President's vision. Pending in Congress are the National Competition Law, which will level the playing field in business. Hopefully, it will break cartels and monopolies in power and utilities. The rationalization of fiscal incentives and amendments to the Build, Operate, Transfer law.
Reforms can never really be static. It has to be. There are new rules of the game that have to be crafted. There are new things that you have to put in place. For example, taxes. Taxes are going to be a major concern as we continue growing at 67%. Because what happens is there are new demands by the public and government, and we just have to provide all these new demands, whether these are in terms of social protection or infrastructure or environmental, investments. We need to you need to get that.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.